What's up, everybody? It's Monday night, and we're back with another Between the Lines. I'm excited to be here for way more than one reason, and probably way more than I should be right about now. But we are happy that you are all here. And, I'm just going to go ahead and bring in my partner, my co-host. I hate using that word because we're both like the hostesses with the mostesses. And here we go. Mr. Geek Out with Roscoe. What's up, my man?
Hey, what's going on, Chris? Hey, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing just dandy.
Awesome.
So, I was going to bring on my new pens tonight, but I was afraid that if I brought them on with me, that our guests may geek out over them because I hear they're a big pen fan.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I think I've heard of PenCon too, right?
Yeah, PenCon. It's the wildest con on the well, I don't even know if it's on the East Coast, West Coast, Mid Coast, or what. But
it's everywhere.
You know what? I think we need to start this show off with our theme. Just the two of us. Here we go.
Sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
I'm sitting here waiting for the crawl to stop. Man, that takes way so long. So what do you say we go ahead and bring in our guests and not keep them backstage waiting?
That sounds good.
It would be rude of us not to bring them in, right? Okay, let's do it. So, guys, please give Between the Lines our guest, give them a very warm welcome. That was the tongue twister, and I had to think about that as I said it. We've got tonight on the show none other than Haley, Shy Comic Girl.
Hello.
I'm
so excited to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, same. I was going to say PenCon is everywhere, by the way. It's in multiple cities.
I knew it.
PenCon is all around here.
I was going to say, after our conversation last time on Remy Q Studios YouTube, the Chicago Pen Show happened. Like that Halloween weekend.
Oh, man, I bet it takes a couple weeks to recover after that, I bet. No.
It goes really hard.
Oh, you guys made me ink.
Oh, man.
Well, let's before we get into this, let's take a look and see who we've got in the chat because we don't want to leave our audience in limbo. We've got White Tiger, aka Ruby G. What's up, Ruben? Hope you're doing well tonight.
Cowabunga.
We've got Mark from Legion of Comics. We are Legion. Wow, that was a little more menacing than I meant it to be.
We are Legion.
It's been one of those days. We've got Las Cruces 1971. Hope you're doing well tonight. Speaking of the Qster, we've got Remy Q Studios in the chat. Let's see here. We've got Saturday Morning Comics. What's up, Kay? He says, hi, friends. Legion, White Tiger, Remy, Las Cruces. Can you change your name? It'll be hard to remember how to type that again later. And then one of our people that's always here, always in the chat, we've got Mama Cindy. Hope you're doing well tonight.
Hey, Ma. Big supporter.
We've got Ignacio. What's up, Ignacio? Let's see here. Check out the beards. Well, there's only two. Thank goodness.
I don't know where mine went.
I don't even have a joke for that. I'm just going to let it be. We've got Nick's Kicks and Comics. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Going down, trying to make sure that I hit everybody. We've got JC Bone.
My man. Cambodian Street Team in the house.
We've got Blue Hellion Comics. What's up, Dan? How's it
Dan.
going?
Hey.
We've got Knowles Fish, 81. I about said 1981. That could have been 1881. I don't know.
I think it is 1881. I think you're right. I think you're right on that.
Yeah, well, a blast from the past, right?
He's a vampire.
We've got Mr. DJ Links in the
DJ
house.
Links. What's up, brother?
Glad to see you in the house tonight. And then we've got Bub's World. What's up? Hope you're doing. Pardon me. Hope you're doing well tonight.
Oh,
And
Bub got him all choked up.
Yeah. And then we got DJ saying, "My name is Ignacio." So, yeah, tonight is we've got a fun night ahead of you. I say that every time, but it's the truth every single time.
It's a
And
blast here.
yeah, it's always fun having somebody in the hot seat, especially when they don't know the questions they're going to be asked.
Yeah.
But I promise you, all these questions. Well, I can speak for myself. I can't speak for this guy over here. My questions are very tame. Hopefully, won't get you into any trouble. Hopefully,
Maybe.
yeah. Layla Shea Cosplays in the house. Good evening. Good evening.
What
So,
up?
Roscoe, would you like to tell our audience what our topic for the night is?
I sure would. Everyone, our topic tonight is actually X-Men. So if you want to join us by drawing tonight, you can send in your submissions either to myself, Geek Out with Roscoe, or my man over here, Chris, at Cardboard Crazies on Instagram, and we will show them at the end of the show. So we do love fan participation. I say fan. Like you guys are fans of me. Chat participation is awesome. So thank you so much again for everyone being here. And if you want to draw a little something with X-Men, a little Wolverine, putting up the middle claw, it's something cool. We'll be more than happy to show it here. But yeah, is that good, Chris? Anything else? Is that good? Okay. All right. Yeah.
I think you nailed that one right on the head.
I try.
So, I guess we'll jump right into our Inquisition. Was that the wrong word to use?
No, it sounded fancy, so I went with
Inquisition.
it. But
Okay.
I know you got.
There you go. Just highlighting a few more people.
Hey, Jimmy. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We love it. Appreciate everyone being here. Best community in the world, hands down. So, but Chris, I know you have
even
some
if you
questions.
don't get anything out of tonight,
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. No, you were strong on that one. Even if you don't get anything out of tonight, go ahead, brother. You got it.
you will definitely get the best ambient sound on YouTube. The sound of markers squeaking and pencils going across paper, perhaps a pen. I know that
People pay for that kind of stuff.
We'll get that PenCon started up strong. So, do you want me to start the question?
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
because I know you said you had some really good questions tonight. So
Well-
I'm like, go ahead, brother.
Well, we're gonna start off a little bit on the easier side. No hard hitting questions yet, but Haley, for anybody in the chat that may not know who you are,
Mhm.
tell us how you got your start. Tell us about your start on YouTube. What got you into comics?
Yeah, so I would say what got me into comics versus what got me into YouTube were a little bit different. Actually, this past weekend, I went to my dad's house and he brought up a little short box of old comics that I used to collect when I was like 10, 11. There was this old like nostalgia store that would have comics that they would sell in my neighborhood, and some of them were really beat up, so they'd be like $1.50, and my dad would give me an allowance. I would get to go, and then I would pick up comics. So I would read. There's a bunch of Disney comics, Archie, Pep Comics, and so that was kind of my start into comics.
Nice.
And then just through the years, I would read on and off. I was in college, and some people recommended Saga to me or the Manhattan Projects, and I read those. I fell off of Saga, which everyone is telling me to jump back onto. And then over the pandemic, I started watching Marvel. I never got into Marvel previously, watched WandaVision, and then started hunting down the Scarlet Witch and Vision comics, which has now led me to me now, which is collecting and reading a lot more and just wanting a community. And that's kind of how I ended up on YouTube, just wanting to chat with cool people about comics. And now I get to do that. And it's really fucking awesome. So that's kind of how I started.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, I love. Isn't this community the best though? People don't know unless you know. Like,
it is.
Absolutely love it.
So shocking to me how nice everyone is. Like, I'm part of a lot of different communities. Like, I work in publishing. There's like a whole book world. I have separately, I used to for many years, like a book Instagram, which is very similar to like comics, like people posting about comics. People would just post about books and the reviews and things like that. And the fountain pen community, that's a thing. You know, like these other hobbies. But I would say like the thing that stood out to me about the comic community is like how warm and welcoming everyone is from like the get-go. Like, it's just crazy. My mind is melting constantly by the like acts of kindness that everyone I've experienced. And I feel like I've only been in community with people for maybe about like 2 months or so, like actively. And so I'm like loving it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. I absolutely love it. That's how I met this guy over here. So, you know, we wouldn't have this show. And the guy behind you to your right. No. But yeah, no, it's just so awesome, you know. And like you said, the acts of kindness is just incredible. What people are just like, because they know, because they actually, like, when you're part of it, like, you know, like if you want a book and someone's like, hey, I have one of those, I'll send it to you. And you're like, no way, man, you're crazy. And they're like, no, man, I just know it has a better home with you. And it's just like, man, that's crazy. Like, really? Like, I just love it. What up, Nick? What are we drawing tonight? We are drawing X-Men, good sir. So whatever you feel like drawing tonight related to X-Men, I'll be more than happy to show it. So, yeah.
Ballpoint pens. Well, you know, it's funny because like you get into this community and you feel like immediately you're like a family member, and you know it's great. You make, I've said it over and over, you make lifelong friends, and it's a good thing because you can keep coming back to these people, and they're always very willing and very ready to help.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go to C2E2 this December, mainly for, before all of this kind of happened, like the YouTube channel, the whole Instagram, I was really excited to go for like the reasons of like, you know, seeing like the people who would be there, like buying things and like all of that kind of stuff. And now the thing I'm looking forward to the most is seeing people I've communicated with online and have chatted with, and that I'm just like now just so much more eager in a different kind of way. I'm like, oh yeah, like C2E2 will be cool, but I'm like, I just want to hang out with everyone. Like, I don't even care now what I see. I'm way more excited about just like meeting people in person and making friends. So yeah.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Agreed, K Titus. Excellent point. Make sure you Hulk smash or Wolverine slash that like button. And if somebody, one of the mods here would drop Shy Comic Girl's YouTube channel link for me, you can go check that channel out while you're watching this or afterwards, and give her subscribe to her channel. I know that every little bit on this journey helps tremendously. Mark would be a good testament to that. It's like he's going to be over 1,000, like over 1,500 anytime now. He's hit those milestones like ain't nobody's business. So all that helps. So if you have a chance, please go over to her channel and check it out and give her a subscription.
Definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
K Titus says he's going to make you a shout out video.
Aw, thank you.
Nice. I can't wait to see that.
There you go. Remy dropping it in the chat already.
Nice. Thanks, Remy.
We've got Hoarder's Hide in the house and
Oh.
Digger Jim. I think there we go. My hand, these things get ahead of me sometimes. So like I click on something and then it's like leaving Las Vegas. But anyways, onward we go. Roscoe, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do actually. Let's see here. Which one do I want to go with? I'm going to go with a cool one. Well, I got a bunch of cool questions, but all right. If you could pick, what is your spirit animal?
Ooh. I'm a puppy. And like I feel like that's like a really cliche answer, maybe in some ways. I don't know, because puppies are cute, but I'm like a very excitable person. And like oftentimes even my boyfriend or my friends are like, you're like a dog, like a small, like excitable dog, because I'm one of those people when someone's really like enthusiastic or really passionate about something, like I tend to get really hyped about it equally. I'm like, oh, this is like great. Or just in general, I'm not a person that like I find like little things to be really, really cool. And then I get like really hyper about them and excited. I just am, I don't know. It's really easy to like excite me. And so, yes, I think my spirit animal is a puppy
Okay.
in that reason. And I love like just like new people. So, equally with that as well.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good answer.
So you at any point you can turn the gun, the proverbial gun, the finger gun, back at him and ask him the same question that he just asked you.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yes. No, I want it for both of you. Hear what your spirit animal then is. I feel like it gives me a better insight.
I'm gonna go with kind of like I'm a mixture of like Monterey Jack from Rescue Rangers and Patrick Star from SpongeBob. So kind of those two. And like, if you can mesh one of those into, that'd be me.
That is amazing.
So.
I am so excited about this, especially the Patrick Star. Those are really like specific examples that I'm like, okay, that gives me such a good picture of like who you are, and I love it.
Yeah, so that's it kind of explains itself. But I love Monterey Jack, his sense of adventure, and I love cheese. So just just kind of they kind of all even out. So
Key characteristics. What about you, Cardboard Crazies? What is your?
I don't want to say.
What?
My spirit animal is absolutely without a doubt the sloth.
No, I love it. No, I have like a weird love for sloths, and there was in Chicago there was this sloth called Steve the Sloth that you could like hire to like come hang out with you at your parties, and my friend
Wait, can we talk about this party right now? I don't know if I think some children are watching. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, rated now TVMA. No, but no, go ahead. I'm sorry. So
No.
You can hire this weird guy to come dressed up as a sloth.
No, not dressed up as a sloth. Like you could hire like this guy who like owned and has like a license, like takes care of this sloth whose name's Steve the Sloth. They've named him Steve. And like he'll bring the sloth and like the sloth can like come and hang out in your home with you. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. What kind of you're having like the craziest parties I've ever like. Hey, what did you have at your party? We had tortilla chips. What did you have? Oh, we had Steve the Sloth. Like we had an actual sloth come and hang out with us. Like what?
I wonder who is sitting around at their house high and goes, you know what? I want to corner the business market. What can I do to corner I'm gonna hire out a sloth.
Nailed it.
I wanted that. Like I 100% was like, okay, in the future for my birthday, I want Steve the Sloth to come hang out because I never got to meet him. Like I was like, for whatever reason, could not go, and I am just so sad about it. And then a bar, this gets better. A bar in Chicago also brought Steve the Sloth to an event, and you had to like purchase tickets, and I did. And I bought them like months in advance. And then I ended up going to Europe, which is not a bad trade-off. But I was in Europe and then realized it like I missed my opportunity yet again to meet Steve the Sloth.
Is that your like ultimate goal now in life is to meet Steve the Sloth? Like you're like, I need to meet him. So, I heard he's going to be at the next PenCon though, so you should get on that. You know?
So in like this is a little sad. He passed away.
Oh my god! I knew this is where it was going.
Oh my gosh!
He lived a very long, full life. I think they adopted or somehow have another sloth, but it's just not the same. Like I spent like at least 2 years wanting to meet that.
Oh my god! No.
That sloth. And
oh my gosh. Oh,
there is a song. Oh my god, I love this. It's a 12-minute epic. I don't even know how you write a 12-minute song on. Wait, then again. Anything is possible.
I'm so heartbroken now over.
I'm just glad that she said that before I was gonna make my next statement, because I was gonna say, you heard it here. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for Haley so she can meet Steve the Sloth. Wait, that would have been poor taste for me if she had not said that.
I wish though. I wanted to meet him so bad. I think there's like another sloth, but like COVID happened. I don't even know if I don't even know if they have a replacement or what's going on there. But anyways,
that is incredible.
Steve. All of that is to say, I support a sloth being your spirit animal.
That's it. There you go.
To bring it full circle.
Yeah, right. That's hilarious.
Oh me, that was yeah. We're starting off with a bang here. Poor Steve. All right. So my next question for you is, if you could give any of your previous bosses a bit of advice or a piece of advice, what would you give them?
That's a really good question, and also a really difficult one. I feel like I've been fortunate enough to have like really great bosses, so I'm not like sitting here being like, wow, I like worked a job and then was like, actually no, that's a lie. I'm lying right now. There was this this woman. I worked at a tea shop, and it's retail, it's crazy, and holidays and whatnot. And I feel like if I could give her any advice, it's that, like, I don't know, work isn't life. Like, I feel like we would all, like, there would be like people who worked at our job, and it's retail, and I know every job's important, but there would be people who like had like serious life issues going on or something like that, and she just was like, well, like, it doesn't really matter. And you're just like, oh, but like, I feel like it does. And she would just like work us, I remember, to like 2 a.m. doing like inventory, and like technically that wasn't even allowed. And I'm just kind of like, you should also go home and sleep. You should also get rest. I think that would be really beneficial for your quality of life. I feel like that's probably really boring advice, but I feel like a lot of people work themselves like so hard. And then I'm kind of like, for what though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Have you guys had any like really bad experiences with certain career? I mean, I feel like that's maybe the most like bad, which in comparison to some stories I've heard is like really pales.
I mean, I work in a field where they make you feel like the bottom of the barrel if you need to have a day off.
Mm,
And it sucks, but I mean, I get it. Our kids deserve the best education they can get, and while I don't think that many kids get the best education they deserve, um, it's hard to take any kind of time off without getting the third degree.
that's really rough. I mean, first of all, thank you so much for all that you do as a teacher. I think teachers in general are underappreciated,
Absolutely.
like by a lot. But I wish that wasn't the case though. I think vacation and time off is super like valuable and like necessary because in order for you to show up and anyone to show up as the best selves at their work, it's like rest is needed and feeling like, you've had time to just recharge, especially after the, 2020, even this year. I mean, like, man, we all deserve like, I feel like at least like a good 2 consecutive weeks off to breathe.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Oh man, well that question was pretty serious there, Chris. Thanks a lot, man. No, I'm just kidding. You were like, I'm gonna go with the work question. All right, I'm gonna go with man. I got so many questions, it's insane. Oldest book in your collection?
Oof. I actually don't know if it's the oldest, but it's one of the oldest. It is a copy of Pride and Prejudice from 1918, and my father purchased it for me for Christmas. And my parents, I collect rare books, and I've always been like a huge reader, but my parents don't read, and for that kind of thing, like they would never really buy me books because they would be like, yeah, I don't know what to buy you. And then in college, I read Pride and Prejudice, really loved it. And I had loved this like edition that I got from the library, but like it had to go back to the library to like steal it. So
Coming for you. No.
yeah, well, my dad found it, and he like an edition that was similar, and then purchased it for me. And it's like one of the probably most meaningful books I have in my collection for that reason. But yeah, it's pretty old.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah, I love it. It's a little, I actually have it here right next to me. Let me show you guys. It's like a little, it's nothing even really like spectacular, but in that sense, but it's like, pretty compact.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of the biggest pieces of American literature.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think it's a great example of, I wouldn't say better times, but a much simpler but conflicted time. Wait a minute, what am I going for here?
I
had what I was gonna say in my mind, but then it just kind of took a left turn, and yeah, it's like somebody pulled the clutch on my car, and I'm just spinning out of control right now.
No.
Yeah.
But I would agree that it's like like an important piece of literature, and for what it did with just like writing about society in general and like things that are not like from a more realistic point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I'm just here for the romance, if I'm being honest.
Now the truth is coming out. No.
Yes.
Awesome. Very cool, though. That is that. And what year did you say?
1918.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are there any books that you're like, I don't know if you, besides comics, if you guys read any like novels or anything like that, but that you just like really enjoy or have like impacted you in any kind of way? I'm always curious about that for people.
Do you want to answer that
You go ahead.
first? Okay.
No, you go.
I had when I was younger, before the movie ever came out, I had the book Walking Tall, and it was signed by Buford Pusser, who The Rock played in Walking Tall. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie. Okay, so he plays this soldier who comes home from war, and he finds out his town is corrupted by money grubbers and people that are the money grubbers have their hand in the law. And when he comes home, he decides he's going to take it into his own hands and runs for the sheriff of that town and ends up winning, but the people there make it very difficult for him. And it was one of those books that I loved. And I wished I still had the book, but when I moved, it was lost, and it's probably packed up somewhere in all honesty, but that was one of my favorites. So anything by Stephen King is a big one for me. I like his style of writing. I have this big theory that everything that Stephen King writes is all connected in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be The Shining, or Salem's Lot, they're all connected in some way. Dark Tower.
I've never read any Stephen King. I mean, I know that there's like so many people who really, really love Stephen King, but I've never actually read him. I'm not a huge horror reader, but I've heard that there's like a lot of like similar themes that run throughout a lot of his books. So that's not surprising that you would to hear that.
Well,
Wow. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. You're fine. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's funny to hear someone say they're not really into horror nowadays, because I feel like that is like the comic that everyone is like. I mean, and the thing is that I was on a show with Brandon Comic Kings and this guy that just came in here, Bearded Comic Bro, and we were talking about how there's different like areas of horror. So yeah, so the thing is like, it's even if people are like, no, it's not a horror book, but to someone it may be a horror book, you know what I mean? So but that's the thing, but it's just crazy, like I said, to hear, because so many indie books and stuff, and even some of these new some of these other books are starting to be, like DC is doing horror now, so it's funny to hear someone not say it, because I feel like everyone is on the horror train. So.
Yeah, which is I'm being dragged along too. That's not to say that I don't read a lot of like novels about horror. I am leaning into like comic books that have horror tied to it, because so like people are recommending them like left and right. Because I do think I like completely agree with you. It's like having a moment right now, and I think that there's really interesting perspectives that are coming out of that writing, because I mean, horror in general is just such a wide theme that you can, like you're saying, something that doesn't feel like horror to one person can totally like spike this, like a kind of paranoia or fear when you're reading it to somebody else, if it's triggering, like pushing all of the right triggers or buttons. So, I'm like leaning into it a little bit, but then I'm also like oftentimes like pairing it with something that's a little bit lighthearted afterwards before I go to bed, because I'm also like such a wuss. Like I will, if I watch a scary movie, I immediately have to like watch like a Disney movie or something.
Palette cleanser.
Yeah, I actually just watched Vivarium. I think it's what it's called. Yeah. Have either of you seen that film?
No, Chris probably had. No, Chris, no. Wow.
I don't know if it's bad or good. It just made me deeply uncomfortable.
Vivarium.
It's about these two, like this couple gets taken to like a neighborhood to see a house opening, and then the realtor leaves.
They get stuck in their neighborhood. Yeah, I've heard about that.
It's so uncomfortable. Like, it's so uncomfortable to watch. It's super, like, I think it achieves what it set out to do, in the sense that it's supposed to make you feel like it's a very suffocating kind of film. It's really like it's meant like the characters are meant to be made to feel claustrophobic. Like they can't leave this neighborhood and everything looks the same and everything feels kind of fake. And they're the only ones and they have to raise this child who also doesn't feel quite like a child. And it's speaking to a lot of like gender roles and, you know, just like suburbia and conforming and then what is supposed to make people happy and whatnot. And so, yeah, I watched that this past week and I don't think I really liked it, but I watched it and it made me feel really uneasy. And I was like, okay, I think I watched Ted Lasso after to make me feel better.
So what would be horror to you? Like if they made a horror movie based on your fear, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I am 26 and I'm terrified of the dark, like low, like I am that person that still has like a little nightlight in the corner. So I feel like just like any scary film that has like either creatures or like satanic aspects and like they're coming out of like darkness or whatever, you have to like go down some like dark basement, which I don't understand why anyone is going down into any dark basement. Like that freaks me the hell. Like I'm just like sitting there. I jump really easily. Yeah. So ghosts, demons, I don't know. Like all the typical stuff I'm actually just genuinely so scared of. For me, it's not really gore. I don't like watching gore because it grosses me out more than it scares me. The things that really like will stick with me is ghosts and, you know, spirits and demonic like things. But I did love what I thought was a good one, Hereditary. I thought that was a fantastic horror.
That was a pretty intense movie.
Mm-hmm. I liked it, even though it scared the shit out of me.
It's not necessarily what I would see. It goes back to what Roscoe was saying. It's not to me. To me, it wasn't horror. It was more suspense.
Okay.
But that's everybody, you know, everybody has their own, like mine is sharks. I hate movies about sharks.
What, you hate Sharknado? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I watched the second part or the second movie in the 47 Meters Down movies.
Oh my gosh, those are like really intense.
Yeah, it's that claustrophobic feel of like in the second one, they're underwater swimming through these old I think they're Aztec or Mayan temples that sank underwater and they get trapped, and that to me is nightmare turned reality, and that's horror. But for me, like a demonic movie doesn't bother me. Little known fact, before I went into teaching, I was actually wanting to study to become a demonologist.
Interesting.
I know that's weird sounding, but that was what I wanted to do. And I decided after losing a lot of sleep over it that was not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Wait, I want to hear more about this, though. I mean, like, I know people who... My like colleague, she ghost hunts and does things like that, and I find that to be it is really cool. I personally don't have any kind of guts to do anything like that, so I think just like exploring that kind of side, like I freak out very easily. But how did you, like, I think even come upon maybe desiring to do that? That's so interesting.
So. I guess I've done a couple of interviews on YouTube where I talked about this. One of the earliest horror movies that I can remember watching was The Exorcist. I think I saw it when I was 7 years old, which is not the age that anyone should ever watch that movie.
Yeah.
But it fascinated me to the point where I wanted a better understanding of how the darker side of the universe works. And it was something that I was always captivated by, and I wanted to study it more. I started studying it. I had even signed to go to a school in Ohio that was going to prepare me for that. And I started having really, really awful nightmares about it, and decided, I was like, this is not for me. I don't want to do this. I can't lose sleep every night over this kind of stuff. So I just didn't do it anymore.
Makes
Wow.
sense. Did you feel, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's crazy. Go ahead.
Did you feel like the nightmares were connected to like maybe just like the fear of like whatever, like the stress of the situation, or did you feel like the nightmares were connected to like like directly to like whatever kind of energy you're like exploring, right? Like just like trying to dive into that kind of world, because I also
I'm
curious.
I'm very sensitive to energies that places and things put off.
Mhm.
My wife calls me an empath,
Mhm.
and I pick up energy very well. And it was a very negative feeling. And I felt myself being dragged kind of to this darker place that I did not want to be. And
Yeah.
I was already having a lot of issues with life at that point in time. And
Mhm.
I was just like, I can't do this and live. So I was like, this isn't for me. I still love watching movies, but still to this day, it crosses my mind every now and again. Is this something that I want to look into more? But
Mhm.
the answer is always no.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, especially considering the experience that you're saying that you've had, um, with just like the energy and feeling more sensitive to those kinds of things. That makes sense to me. But that's really interesting to just know about you.
Now everybody's gonna be like, that's the weird guy. That's that weird guy.
They already
This-
do that.
They already
This
do that.
episode has exposed.
You're the
They
one
already-
being interviewed, not me.
Yeah, right.
So I guess that would lead to my next question. Since we're on, Roscoe just asked a question about your book. What fictional character would you identify with the most, and why? Now, this can be literary, it can be graphic, comics, however you want to answer the question.
That's such a good one. I'm trying to think. Wow, you really like stumping me with these questions are good.
Well,
So-
hours and hours of preparation.
Hours and out. No.
I don't know if I've really read anything in terms of like comics recently that I feel like I've connected to in a way where I'm like this, I see myself in this as much. I will say, like with reading the America Chavez miniseries, that I mean, it was just really nice to see like representation, like Puerto Rican representation, because I'm half Puerto Rican and I grew up in a more Hispanic like household, and so I'm just closer with that side of myself and my family. But in terms of fictional characters or books, I don't know. For as much as like I feel like I am like an empath in a lot of ways, and like feel like I can really connect with like art or like literature or music. I don't know if there's been many times where I'm like, I see 100% like myself. It's more of like the writing or the feelings being expressed through a novel really connect with me. And then that's where they tend to be some of my favorite books. So there is like a small novella that is called Women by Chloe Caldwell. And that was just, I remember picking that up off my shelf. I bought it at like a used bookstore and left it there for years. And then I was going through a really difficult relationship and picked it up, read it, and it was exactly like this woman going through a difficult relationship, and a lot of the feelings she expressed, like I identified with. And then it's one of my favorite books now, because in that time and moment I was like, wow, I'm really feeling a lot of what this character is feeling. But now I don't feel those things, and I love that book a lot, but I don't find myself like still identifying with that character because it was of like a specific moment in space. Yeah, so I feel like it's things like that where there's like sentiments of like, you know, a part of a book where I'm like, oh, I really feel that, and I feel that way about maybe an outlook or perspective, but I don't think I find myself identifying specifically with characters often.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Roscoe, who do you identify with?
Oh man. Gosh. Oh, I should have thought of this while I was drawing. I don't know. I'm goofy, you know, and I like to have a good time. And but does it have to be like does it have to be comic book related?
No, just any kind of literary, whether it's comics, novels, graphic novels, whatever.
Oof. Oh man, dude, this is a good question.
Right? It's hard.
Let's think. Man, I can't even think of anything right now.
Patrick Starfish.
We can go with that. That's always good, you know. Or
I got it
just
from Nick.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can go with Patrick Starfish. You know, that's always he's always having fun no matter what because he doesn't know what's going on. So, you know, it's no, but yeah, I'll go with what Nick said. Thanks, Nick.
What about you? I feel like because now you've asked both of us, you have to have an answer.
I'm going to say the person or the character that I identify the most with is the one that I'm drawing tonight. And I say that because this character always struggles with the idea of feeling out of place amongst other people that he identifies to be the same or equal, and he always struggles with that inner turmoil of feeling out of place in the group that he's in. Hint.
I love that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, I can identify with though. I'm gonna say Colossus because he has such a good heart, and you know, he just seems like he's, you know, always wants to do the right thing. So I'm gonna go with my man Colossus. I mean, I didn't read X-Force 24 that just came out this week, which a lot of people I heard are upset with him, and I'm gonna have to read that here shortly. But yeah, as of right now. I'm going to say Colossus only because of his heart and, you know.
I love that. I feel like now I need to reevaluate my answer. Like, who am I?
I got the next question. Oh, gosh. I have so many.
Pick a good one.
Yeah. Okay, this is one I love asking everyone that comes on the show. What's your favorite Halloween? Because everyone doesn't do cosplay, so I figure, what's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever had?
Oh gosh, I'm like the worst person to ask. I like just royally suck at Halloween. I just had never been like someone who actively like dresses up like except when I was like really little. However, this year I'm going to cosplay one of the days at C2E2 Scarlet Witch. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But let's see. I think for
just stay away from Panda that day.
Good luck.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I would say one of the cool ones. I don't know. God, I really like never stopped dressing up when I was pretty young too. There is a photo of me as a Hershey's Kiss that I feel like that was when I was a little kid. So that's cool.
Perfect.
I don't know. I feel like that's like random enough. It's not like a character. It's like they decided to dress me up as a Hershey's Kiss. So
We've had people come on say they've been what, a bubblegum machine. Like
Oh, that's
Remy.
fun.
I think Remy did that, right? Wasn't it Remy?
It was somebody recently.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like whatever, even if one just pops into mind that you're like, oh my gosh, one time I was this or something. I say favorite, but it's most memorable, or But if you got one with the Hershey Kiss, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, there's like the little I don't know, ribbon thing that comes out of the top, and it's pretty fun.
Nice. All right. What about you, Chris? What's your favorite Halloween costume?
I don't have one.
He said he was a Hershey Kiss too, but it was just last year. No, I'm just kidding. No.
I don't really have a favorite. That would be hard to say. I didn't really ever go all out for like. Well, I take that back. A few years back when Sons of Anarchy was really big, and my beard was a lot less gray than it is now, I dressed like Opie Winston from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, nice.
So that was probably
Riding through this world. Heck yeah. Awesome.
Let's
cool.
see here. Okay, this one could get you in some trouble.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
And it all just depends on who is in the chat, and well, you'll understand more once I ask. If you could get rid of one state, which one would it be and why?
Oh,
Rid of one state?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Why you gotta do this to me?
And I won't count it off if you say Kansas.
I mean, I'm gonna say Texas.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to give my reasoning? Because then I think
Yeah.
I could get myself in trouble. Yeah, I would just say what I'm seeing in terms of the laws that they're trying to pass with
Who's
women.
still on dial-up?
Huh?
Huh?
Who's still on dial-up? I heard dial-up in the background. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Did anybody else hear the dial-up in the background?
No.
If you heard it in the chats, just give a thumbs up. I swear I heard dial-up. It was like that.
Oh, you heard? Sorry, my boyfriend's doing laundry and it went off like our washing machine.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See. I'm not the only one.
I heard that.
Look, I heard it.
It's not
Okay.
a dial.
I'm trying to connect here, okay?
Oh my gosh, it
Stay off
saved
the phone.
me.
You are a marvel of modern technology if you can be on StreamYard on dial-up. There it is again.
Oh no, it's going down.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
No,
while you're in
I mean, I don't
Texas.
even need. I feel like I should continue. I feel like that was a sign. No,
Just Texas. No.
yeah, as like just like a woman, I feel like there's a lot of like trying to like legalize. I'm pro-choice, and there's a lot of like anti-choice legislation that's happening down there right now, and like trying to be, and it's just making it incredibly difficult for women to get the help that they need. And for me, I'm kind of like, I could do without people trying to control our bodies and make it about religion when I don't think it's about religion. So that's a really, aggressive and heavy.
Well, and that's the fun part of all this is that your answers, they're your answers. Everybody in this chat sees different ways.
And no judgment too on like, that's not all that's to say, like, I do agree with you. Those are like my opinions, and my opinions are my own. I'm not one to be like, well, you're a certain kind of person if, I don't know, you think certain things, but
no, you gave a fair answer, and you explained why, and I think people can appreciate that. That's the great thing about being a human. We can disagree and still like each other, be friendly, and not agree all the time. I mean, I don't agree with half the stuff I hear, but you know what? I love you as people, and that's the beauty of being a human. You don't have to be like everybody else.
True.
There's room for many opinions and beliefs.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, you asked me to choose, and so that's the
Okay.
that's
And that
the
was a
choice.
fair answer. Good answer.
Okay, what about you guys? Now I don't want to be left alone in this. I'm choosing to vote off these people. They're off the island.
Easy answer for me. And I'm sorry if you're in the chat and you're from this place.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
New Jersey.
What?
What'd they ever do to you?
New Jersey, I've been there quite a few times, and it's just it's nasty.
What?
Really? I've never
Okay.
been, so I have no
The Garden State. It's where I was born and raised.
damn.
You jerk.
See, I love
No,
you.
Just kidding.
I love you, Roscoe. I love you,
Nah.
but it's not my favorite place ever to be. You walk out the door of the Cracker Barrel and you feel like you're going to get stabbed.
Well, why are you going to the Cracker Barrel in the first place there? You got to go to a good place because it's New Jersey. They got really good food there. Where were you at, by the way, in New Jersey? If you don't mind me asking, that you about to get mugged or beat up or shot?
We
Where
stopped. We always stop going into New York State. We go through New Jersey, and it's just not my favorite. We stopped in many different places there, and they're all the same. Even Nick, the comic nerd, agrees. New Jersey's terrible.
Hey, Nick, we're not. I just unfriended you on
In
IMDb.
my best Charles Barkley voice, New Jersey's just terrible. It's just terrible.
I feel like this episode is just really revealing a lot between, your previous desires to do something different. Like, I'm probably going to get voted off the island.
Oh man. Now I have to pick a state now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead and say
100%.
Say North Carolina. Go ahead.
No, because I loved North Carolina when I was there. It was gorgeous. And
Oh,
everyone
we
there is
loved you
nice.
too.
Ooh, I want to
Ever-
visit so bad.
We
Oh,
love you
man.
too, Roscoe.
People there were waving from one car to another at me. I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Hi!" Like it was crazy. It was amazing.
How can you
Um,
hate the state Andy Griffith came from? Come on now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to say, if I have to get rid of a state, I'm gonna go with Rhode Island.
Ooh.
Sorry, but
Really?
it's,
Why?
it's the smallest one. I mean,
So the smallest one, in Roscoe's opinion, is the least of these.
I feel like I just gave this like heavy ass answer, and then I'm being punked because you.
Gotcha. We talked about this before you came on, so we were backstage and we're like, "Yo, we can get her with this state question, and we're just gonna say these weird stuff." Like, no. No, I don't. I mean, like, I really wouldn't. I don't know. Like, if I was going to get rid of a state, I mean, like I said, I guess I'll go with Rhode Island because it's the smallest. But
I agree, Nick.
what did Nick say now? Safe answer. Yeah. I know, right? I mean, I don't really hate any state. I've been to quite a few of them, and they've
This
all
is
been
also
pretty
not
cool.
to say I hate Texas. I answered the question. If I have to like definitely want to visit Austin one day. Actually debated moving there like a year ago. So Texas
Well,
almost
not
had me. I
anymore.
almost
No.
voted me off the island. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Sorry, I know it's like the safe answer, like Nick says, but yeah, it's the smallest one. Okay, let's go. Let's go to my next question. Or wait, yeah, okay. What time are we at? Oh, we're at. Okay, we can do. It's
Probably
time. It's
Is it
time for
this or
this or that. It's time
I
for
need-
this or that.
I need this little flash thing that I can put up that says this or that.
Yeah.
But
All right, cool. You ready for this or that? This is where I pick two different things and you either pick one or the other.
okay.
So real simple. Okay, so
That's what you said about the questions you guys were gonna give me, and so
I asked you your favorite Halloween costume. This guy said, "Hey, if you hated one person, a whole no." No, but okay.
It's
So
a
this or
ruse.
that. Do you prefer milkshakes or smoothies?
oh my god, that's hard. Milkshakes.
Okay.
Oh, she said milkshakes. Get your pitchforks.
Yeah, everyone, unsubscribe. No. All right. Snow or sand?
Snow, 100%.
Okay. Who are you joining? The X-Force or the Starjammers?
X-Force, because I don't even know Starjammers.
What? You don't know the Starjammers? Oh man, I can't wait till they come out. They're awesome. All right. Whose helmet's better, Juggernauts or Magneto's?
Magneto. Love him.
And who do you roll with? Do you roll with the Sesame Street or the Muppets?
Oh my god. If I could go neither on that one, I would, but Muppets? Muppets.
What, you don't like puppets though? Is that why you're like, if I couldn't go with either one, you don't
Yeah,
like
I
puppets?
don't. They kind of freak me out. However, I feel like the Muppets are allowed to have like dirty jokes and do more weird things, and Sesame Street is just super kosher. So like,
Well,
and
what about
PG.
Elmo? Elmo was not super kosher.
that's fair, but I don't like the. It's. I'm gonna keep my answer. Go with the Muppets or neither.
There you go. You can say neither because it's if you don't like puppets.
Also, I see in the chat that Nick said Santa's the worst ever, and I have to agree with you. For the longest time, it's like there's a beach over here, and I would just avoid it. In Chicago, you can go by this place where it's like just concrete and then dive in the water. That
Yep.
would be like my preferred.
Yeah, they have one of those in. I'm in Florida, and they have one in like Fort Lauderdale area. There's one where you can pretty much just walk without touching the sand all the way into the water. Like these like wooden planks that just you literally can just avoid the sand.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah, and it's really cool because it leads up into like this big open like just grassy area with trees and stuff. So you can either be like chilling in the shade or in the sun. And like I said, you just walk from the grass right down into the water. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I agree, Scott. It is hard to ski on sand. I have one more question for you. While we're finishing up, if you could choose one song to play every time you walked into the room for the rest of your life, what song would that be?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I need. This is unfair that I just had no prep for any of these things. God, one song. Every time I walked in the room. It can't even be like what my favorite song is because I feel like I just like sad ass music. So, like I don't want to walk into a room and then every time I walk into a room, I'm just like making people cry, or putting people in their feelings. Like I want to walk into the room and everyone be like, yeah, Haley's here. So with that.
Did you say you listen to sad ass music? Is that what you say?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like all those, like for example, I don't know if you guys know the band The National. Like no one listens to The National to be happy. You listen to it to cry, 100%.
All right. Okay. For a good cry, listen to The
cry.
National.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Oh,
what is that? I mean, this is gonna be so. A song that just we'll put on and we'll just start jamming to is the song in Guardians of the Galaxy when he's like walking in to go get the stone.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a jam.
yeah, that's the one. I picked that song. That just sounds fun.
Isn't that the same song that Ally McBeal baby danced to? Ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Yep, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
That's also the song they play at the National Pen Convention.
Okay, I'm getting I'm feeling very affirmed that Nick and Blue Helion are saying that the National is a heart tugger and that they like it, and so I am correct in the fact that it makes you cry, it makes you feel feelings.
Yeah.
Are they more like a emo band? Like, is that what I'm? No. Oh, okay.
It's like I would. Oh God, I don't even
Why'd
know.
you
like,
look at me like that, Chris? Like
indie alternative maybe is like maybe what you would. They have like rock tones to it. They're good.
Could you like who would they be compared to? Like someone that maybe I would know. I'm just curious. Like, I mean,
I don't know
they're not compared to anyone. They're their own thing. You could just tell me that, and I'd be like, oh, okay. I guess I'll listen to them after we finish.
Well,
the
you
show.
you should definitely listen to them. I would say that I don't know who they would be compared to. To be honest, I also don't know what you listen to, so I wouldn't know who you know.
I listen to a lot of things, so that's why like I'm not just very like. That's why I'm wondering who the National is, because I'm like, man.
Gosh.
But
I don't know who I would compare them to, just because I'm really bad with like in terms of like bands and music, just kind of making comparison. I'm not like, oh, this person sounds like whoever. But I will say I think there was just something that one of their albums was placed on like the top like 100 best albums of the last 25 years. So
what?
Yeah. Oh, Nick said kind of like a slow Mumford and Sons, but Mumford and Sons feels more like indie with a banjo kind of music. Yeah. Like I don't know if I would a relaxed version of Coldplay. Also, I feel like Coldplay is more pop. But I appreciate that they're helping me out in this one. You should just listen to them, and then you should tell me who they sound like.
Look what Nick wrote there. What he wrote.
That makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Now I can see.
I will say that song that Nick's talking about is a little bit is like I feel like really different from most of like their songs on their album in a way of the sound, less about the lyrics but the sound. But it is really good. That's actually how my boyfriend found out about the National, because his like favorite movie is like The Warrior. And then when we started dating, I was like, let me show you my favorite band. He's like, I've looked for this song for forever because I love this movie. So, anyways, they're good. Highly recommend.
I will definitely have to check them out.
Roscoe, what song would you play?
Every time I can't, I would play Closing Time because I always shut down the place. No, I'm just kidding. I would have to play something that's like, you know what I would play? I'd play, and his name is John Cena, because then everyone would think John Cena was coming in the room, and then it would be me, and it would be the best surprise everyone got. Someone stealing someone's car.
Oh, shit. Sorry, yeah. I'm like so used to like.
Have you ever gone live before? Question: You ever gone live before? No, I'm just kidding.
You guys just get all of these sounds. My bad. The window's open. It's a really nice night in Chicago.
Nice. Chicago. Oh man. Okay, so real quick in Chicago, this guy I knew, this doctor guy I knew, he told me that if I go to see a Cubs game, because I really want to go to a Cubs game, if I ever go to Wrigley Field, that I have to go during the food festival. So I hear that there's a crazy awesome food festival that goes on.
Is he talking about the Taste of Chicago?
Yeah, all these different like local places get together and have this big event. Is that it? I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie, there's like food festivals in the summer of Chicago like every single weekend, so it just depends. Like Taste of Chicago is really like huge. And
okay, that has to be it then. Yeah.
It's great. I will say it's like a little overwhelming with how big it is, and it's a little bit overpriced, I will say. Like if you live in Chicago, you're just kind of like, I'm not gonna maybe spend all my money. However, there are like I think there was like a burger fest that happened. There's like several taco fests that also happen like in different parts of like there's a lot of food festivals. So like I feel like on any given weekend you can almost find something.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but Taste of Chicago, I mean, I think you would enjoy as someone not from here, and there will be a lot of really awesome food.
Very cool. All right, yeah, that's like I said, I was just curious. I wasn't sure what it is, but it's called Taste of Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And they
That's what's
usually
up.
have live music too as well. It's like a whole thing.
All right.
So.
Very neat.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go. Have you ever been to a Cubs game? I don't know if you're a sports fan, but
Yeah, I grew up about 2 blocks away from Wrigley Field, so like huge Cubs fan. And I've gone to a bunch of Cubs games. I would say that the bleachers are super fun. It's where everyone's drinking and getting trashed and just like screaming the most.
that's like the bleachers, or like that's the lawn for if you go to a concert kind of thing. Like you're
Yeah.
not in the seats. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, you still have seats, but it's just like where people get the most rowdy.
Oh no, yeah, I got you.
But yeah, I love going to Cubs games. They're super fun. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I'll go to a Cubs game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're a Cubs fan.
You know,
I'm not.
it's okay.
I'm a Yankees fan though.
Tyler's a Cubs fan, and
Oh yeah.
we give him a lot of grief about it.
But when it's good, it's good. Like, I feel like being a Cubs fan is like always expecting disappointment for the most part, and then just being like over the moon whenever there's like a win or something good. I remember when they won the World Series, and like the way that Chicago lit up, and being at Wrigley Field at that time was just one of the most crazy experiences I think I'll ever have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. That is so dope. Yeah. Like I said, I've always wanted to go to Wrigley. I'm a Yankees fan, but going to see different places, it's really cool. And when I went to Fenway, that was just so historic for me. It was insane. So I can imagine going to Wrigley. So one day.
You'll have to let me know when you're in Chicago, because I have all of the recommendations too for food.
Awesome. So good. All right. Well, I love food. A little too much. No. But, Chris, are you just about done, brother, with your picture?
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so not excited to show you what I've done with myself in this time.
Well, on our show here, we usually have the guest pick. Are you done? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yes, no. I am done. I don't, in comparison, this is a little jacked up looking, but I gave it my best shot.
That's all.
All right.
That's all you had to do.
Yeah, it's we're the doodle dudes. So I mean, like we're not, like if we want to do something crazy, we spend hours and hours on it. So I mean, I can't talk for this guy. This guy over here takes a couple minutes and he draws a masterpiece. But anyway, on our show here, our special guest usually gets to pick who goes first and who goes second and who goes third. So it is your choice if you want to, or me, or Chris, or however you want to do this is up to you.
Did you get any at home?
Oh shoot! Yes,
Did
I
I?
did. I got a ton actually. All right. So, did you get any or no?
They don't send them to me.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So.
Oh my goodness.
You have no idea how many I just got sent to me from Ignacio. So I'm only going to show a couple. I'll show Wolverine. Here's his Wolverine.
Dude. Ignacio beasting on the Wolverine.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And then, man, he sent me 16, man. I'm going to show my dude because I love my man Colossus. Ah, damn. The glare is killing it.
I could just tell that it's really good, though. I'm about to,
Oh, there we go. Oh,
I'm
wait, almost.
I'm just impressed.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to show these, but
I don't
maybe
see it.
I love that one so much.
there you go. There's a Nightcrawler,
I love Nightcrawler.
and then Jubilee.
Ignacio.
Ignacio killed these, man.
You
And then I'll
are a
show
great
just one
artist.
more. I'll show one more. I'll show Beast only because Beast has a beard and it's awesome. So here is Beast. Next to me, a Beast as well. Two Beasts. No. Pigman. No. So I got Ignacio and I didn't get one from Nick the Comic Nerd. Did you get one from him? Oh, okay.
Did.
All right, cool. You want to show Nick's then? Nice.
I love it.
I don't know if you can see it. There we are. He's playing chess.
Oh,
That's awesome.
and he's playing. Wait, isn't that like is that like a double entendre? Because isn't a gambit like a rogue gambit or something? Like isn't that
Yes.
in chess?
Yes,
Oh, okay, cool.
the
I
Rogue's
like
Gambit.
that. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, there we go. All right. So, did you get anybody else's? No? Okay.
No, that was it.
So, Haley, who would you like to show first?
I feel like we should just go with like you guys being on like first and last, and I'll go in the like second. So we'll just like start off with really good and then end with really good, and like sandwich me in between. So Roscoe, you should go first.
Okay, so tonight I decided to draw a female character because I don't normally draw too many females. And then when we were talking backstage, it was crazy because this was actually a popular one for the night, and I drew Kitty Pryde.
I love that so
But
much.
But I gave her a little kitty cat whiskers and nose, so she's going to a Halloween costume as Kitty Pryde. So there you go.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to just take a step down from that, I also did Kitty Pryde. So here you guys go.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It is taken from one of my recent acquisitions. So when she joins the X-Men, and I loved how she looked front and center. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it was funny because I went with Kitty Pryde too, and then you're like, I think I'm gonna draw Kitty Pryde. And I'm like, what? That's so weird because I put up that picture on my Instagram today, and I was like, I'm gonna put this as a teaser as what I'm drawing tonight. So yeah.
I love it. Kitty's my
Super
favorite.
cool. All right, Christopher. Let's see what you have.
Are you ready for this awesomeness?
Oh, are we ever? I don't
Yes.
know, man.
That's
This
what I
you
drew.
Oh,
It's
It's-
Iceman.
in a blizzard. I knew it.
No. I did draw somebody. I didn't draw Kitty Pryde, but
Oh, super dope.
It's so good. I'm just always wildly impressed.
That is so dope. Woo.
That's amazing. You guys are so good.
Nick said that I copied off of your drawing. Haley.
100%.
Yeah, that's dope, Chris. Can I see it one more time, brother? Dude,
That's
I love
so
the
good.
blue outline, though. That's like what makes it, I think, pop the most. I mean, I love the background, though. That's super dope. And I like his little, he's got his little chest hairs there. It looks like, no.
he's going disco dancing.
Yeah. He's meeting Dazzler, and they're going to go have a good time.
And I did his little purple poof.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Oh,
recognize
I
this.
love that.
I didn't see the word Banff anywhere. No.
Well, I tried to make it look almost like stained glass in the background.
Oh,
with,
okay, cool.
with the heavy black outlining.
I
So
like that a lot.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Super dope.
let's
So
see.
good.
I told you, this guy kills it every time.
Not every time.
What?
You both. I'm just sitting here like, this is cool to just be a part of, and my little doodle.
That's it. That's what we do. We're the doodle dudes.
There we go. Iceman is my best so far.
Yes. Haley, we truly appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. How can I send you guys a sketch? Oh, Chuck, you can send it to my Instagram, bro. Geek Out with Roscoe. You can send it to my Instagram, and I can put that up for you. I can try to, hopefully. But yeah, Truly appreciate the chat as well.
Yeah.
Chat, you guys are amazing as always. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you everyone so much for spending your Monday night with us. It's been so much fun. Haley, thank you so much again. We truly appreciate you taking the time out with doing laundry and stealing cars. We truly appreciate it. So
In between the busy PinCon schedule.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, no, you guys are amazing. And this is like one of the best chats. You guys came up with like really difficult questions, not prepared at all for that.
Oh man. Well, we have
I
a
love
lot
it.
of questions. So if we had a couple hours, we can get to really know you with just by our weird funny questions. So
I love it.
yeah.
So, pardon me, I'm so sorry. This is the part of the show where we go around the clock and everybody tells us or tells what they're going to be up to on YouTube. So we'll start with our guest.
Yeah, so I have took a 2-week, it feels like, hiatus because I was sick, and I've just gotten better. So you should expect a review video coming up by the end of this week, which I'm really excited about. And then for all month long, Read Across the Stars on Saturday, 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. I am reading with her Marvel Zombies, which also just come for the rants because really I had no idea going in how bad that was going to be. Was high hopes, now very low expectations. So just come for the chats. We alternate between her channel and mine. And so this upcoming Saturday, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's
Awesome.
too.
All right.
Very
So
cool.
make sure you check that out this Saturday. What time would that be?
2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. right time.
Right.
All right. Mr. Rasconius.
I
Big
was
man.
looking to see if I got a message from Lord Chucks. I did not yet, so maybe I will before we end. But you can catch me on my channel, Geek Out with Roscoe. I've been doing more unboxings lately. I will be doing a live unboxing here from a couple AOKs that I got, which is so awesome. Again, I love this community. You guys are just incredible. So I'm going to be showing that off. I put one up recently. It's probably like a week old now of one. I won from Freaky Louie and stuff. So want to check that out. And you can always catch me on Between the Lines every Monday, either on my channel or on Chris's channel. It's so, next week will be my channel. And we are going to be having a pretty big guest on, which I've been on for months working with. If you know, his name is Ben Templesmith. He is he did the comic book of 30 Days a Night. He's done so many different cool horror type of covers for different variants. He just recently had dropped a Comic Tom exclusive of The Boys. It was a reprint, and he did Homelander, which was absolutely incredible. He's done Dune. He's done a lot of these indie comics and stuff like that. So I'm so happy that me and Chris will have him on for a Halloween special show, the 25th on Monday, 8 o'clock on my channel. I'm so pumped. It's so cool. So yeah, as of right now, it's still going on. You just never know, but it's right now it's still a real thing. And then I'm also on Saturday. You can catch me if you want to.
Long.
All night. I'm on Spine Ticks, which if you go, it's over on Spine Ticks. We start at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday night, and we go until about, 8 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we do 7, 8, 9. We did 10 hours 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's a good time. You can go to sleep and then wake up, and we'll still be on. So
Literally did that.
yep. So yeah, check us over there. We do talk comic books for a little bit, and then just from there, it's just a kind of a hangout, and we just have Terror Ticks, which is a lot of fun. Let's just check out Spine Ticks. It's a good time. So you can catch me over there, or this last Friday I was also on Willed Beast's channel with Bearded Comic Bro, and that was a lot of fun. And I was also on there with Fire Guy Ryan. So check that replay as well. And yeah, and I'm around. So I was just trying to give Lord Chuck some time if he sent me anything. And nope, I didn't get anything. So anyway, if I get it afterwards, I'll show it. Oh no, I was going to say if I get it afterwards, I'll just show it next week. So no problem. Thank you.
And again, I want to say thank you to Haley for being on tonight. It was a pleasure to have you on, and you're welcome back anytime you'd like to come back. Maybe next time we won't have such hard questions.
No, keep them, please.
No promises.
Definitely no promises.
But please make sure that you hit the thumbs up on the video. Go over to her channel and go over to Geek Out with Roscoe's channel. Give them a subscription or subscribe to their channels. I hate saying give them a subscription. Just subscribe to their channels. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a subscription.
Yeah, give them one. But as of next week, after next week's Between the Lines, I'm going to be taking some time off from YouTube to refocus. And when I come back, I'll be rebranded. Not necessarily rebranded, but doing some different things. I just need some time off. I'm burnt out, and I love you guys, but if you're here now, you should be here then, and we'll see each other on the flip side of this coin. But I do want to say I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you for tuning in tonight to Between the Lines. And stay classy and be a blessing to somebody today. Most importantly, I hope that you are blessed. We'll see you next time.
Sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can